Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Y'all alright? Oh good. Brothers, how y'all feeling? I just want to say that because why not? If you're not doing good, don't worry about it. It's temporary. This too shall pass. Change is constant. Insert all things here. Right? That needs to help you get through to the next stage of the mountain. So, I'm cleaning. I'm cleaning my house. And hanging up clothes because I just washed clothes. And y'all see that view? I see the view. Isn't it pretty? I hope y'all can see it. That's my view. Because I'm getting ready to leave from where I'm at to head to my next destination for a period of time. And as I'm doing this, out of the blue, the thought came that you're not made to live up to other people's expectations. Let me say that again. You're not made to live up to other people's expectations. I know I be sounding like I'm in church, but sometimes you got to repeat stuff over and over again. Because as I get to you, I get to myself, right? And so I got to repeat it so that it can hit home, that it can sit somewhere in my spirit so I can pull from it later on, right? So you're not made to live up to other people's expectations. And what that means is, folks be putting their ideas, thoughts, and wants, desires, and all the other stuff on us. We didn't sign up for that. I didn't sign up for that. I didn't even know I was signing up for anything, right? Friendship. Why is a relationship of give and take? Because everything in this world is about exchange. We often don't know what the other person need until they need it, right? And oftentimes that person don't know what they need until they need it. And so when we get into these situations with our friends, our lovers, our children, our partner, adult children, whatever, etc., with the people in the world that we have allowed them to enter into our sacred space, when we have get into this situation called stress, grief, challenges, confusion, a lot of times we don't know what we need. A lot of times we don't know what we even like or desire. We have an idea, we think, but when we get in the midst of it, all that may go out the window. All that may change. And so I may know you as the person that you show me. And so when those things arrive, I may treat you according to what I've seen thus far, even if I've known you 20 years. But you may not want that at that moment. You may not need that at that moment. And so you are expecting me to know what you need and what you want at that moment. And when I don't follow through with you, what you expect me to know or expect me to figure out, then all hell breaks loose. I can't live up to your expectations. I don't know what they are. You don't know what they are. Change is constant. Because what they were 5 seconds ago, when you in the midst of it, when you sitting in your shit, and all these things are flying, and you trying to control and manage and figure out all these emotions and these thoughts and these ideas and the energies that's around you in your own energy or just your own energy, you may not have the slightest idea what you need in that moment. And so your natural response, your emotional response may ask for something that you usually do not tell folks to give you, right? So if you are a crier and you cry and you want to talk to people, in that moment, you may not want to be bothered by nobody. Don't talk to me. I don't feel like crying. I don't feel like dealing with people. You may shut down. And here I am, want to hug you, want to cry with you, want to tell you it's going to be all right, and you don't want to be bothered with that. And I'm like, oh, okay. So you get mad and annoyed at me because you're like, oh God, will you stop? Will you leave me alone? But how am I supposed to know in that moment that is not what you want? That is not what you need. Because you didn't know that until that moment. Our emotions and our desires and our needs changes every millisecond. So for you to now have some type of emotions towards me because I'm annoying you, I'm frustrating you, because you don't want to deal with that. Oh my gosh, she just did this, you need to leave me alone. Well, okay. I can adapt you, just say, hey, I'm not in the mood for that today, leave me alone. Cool, fine, bet, leave me alone, done, right? But if you don't say nothing, or when you say, you yelling and screaming and cussing and hitting and fighting and everybody's your enemy, everyone's confused, including you, right? After you come out of it, the aftermath of it, right? Because you didn't know in that moment what you needed, but you expect me to know. How was I supposed to know? How was I supposed to know? And here's the twist to life. Even if I did know, who is to say that at that moment in time, I'm able to give it? Who ordain the elements of your situation to dictate when I am emotional available, right? Even if I want to be. So say I'm there and I try to give you what I feel you need, right? Or I try to give you what I'm capable of in that moment. In that moment, because I want to be there for you. I want to help you through the situation. But in that moment, I myself may not be able to connect to the emotions that you need. Because what you need may trigger something in me, may be too much for me, may be confusing. I could be all over the place with it, right? Or I may think one thing and I'm like, okay, let me do this because this is how I'm able to function and move and operate at A, B, and C to be supportive and to hold space for you. But that may not be what you need. But I can't give you no more than that. But you expect me to, because what I've shown you may say, hey, I'm capable of it. But the reality is, in the midst of it, I may not be. So I may just give you what I'm capable of. So I am not and should not be held to your expectation. Because no matter which way you look at it, no matter which way you fold it, you expected me to be something, to do something, to know something. And to follow through with action on it. And when I don't live up to that, right? When I let you down, the whole world has now been turned upside its head. But it's not my fault, and realize it's not your fault. Because a lot of times that stems from trauma. Trauma from both ends. So now you're putting your trauma on me because you expect something of me, right? And in response, when you put your trauma on me, I'm going to end up putting my trauma back on you. Right? Or my trauma going to allow me to shut down. Or my trauma going to allow me to, do whatever it is that you do when you're in the midst of trying to figure out your trauma. Right? Or when your trauma is stimulated, especially when someone is flicking their trauma on you. Because when people have expectations of other people and they let down, they immediately go to a trauma defense. Whatever that may be, they immediately go to a trauma defense. So that could be yelling, screaming, fighting, cussing. Right? Being nasty, hitting, that could be crying, that could be manipulation, manipulation. I actually can't say, you know what the hell I am. Playing with people's minds and stuff. That could be using people, that could be sex, that could be food addiction, that could be whatever it is that you go to when you are in the midst of your trauma to shield, cover, and protect yourself so that you won't get hurt no more, or that you could show the world that you're not as deeply hurt. Whatever it is, right? You immediately go to that trauma defense. And so you lash out with the trauma defense. It's creatures of behavior, right? Habits that we have formed, whether good or bad. They have helped us thus far. So we immediately resort back to those defenses. But then that falls on my lap, right? That falls on your lap, whoever it is. I'm just using me because, these are the thoughts. And then what you want me to do with it? What you want me to do with it? I'm going to respond in trauma defense as well. Right? Because that's also what's been getting me through life. That's also where I'm comfortable at. That's also my shield, right? So we both in this ball. So somebody got to step out of it, right? Somebody got to step out of it. And I try to be that somebody, but I ain't perfect. So, hey, it is what it is. Sometimes I step out of it. Sometimes I step fully in and be like, nigga, what? You know, it's just, it is what it is. But the point is, we can't live up to other people's expectations of us. And there's no need to apologize for that. So don't. Do the best you can with what you got. And if that doesn't meet other people's expectation, and they fall into a trauma defense, and they latches out, or they go inward and become whatever it is they become, okay? I love you. I appreciate you. I see you. You are still great in my eyes. But there's nothing I can do about it. Because we all are trying to manage our own shit, our own traumas, right? While we still trying to support others. And unless you communicate with me, unless you tell me in that moment, hey, this is what I need from you, I can't do nothing that you want. Because in that moment, if I'm doing something that you don't need, you don't like, you don't want, or hurts you, if you can't communicate that in that moment, then we just gonna do what it do. Right? Because there's no blame on that either. Because a lot of times people can't communicate when they're in the midst of heavy shit. They can't. They in the midst of it. They in the midst of it. I get that too. But this is when we gotta take a breather. We gotta take that 10-second beat, right? Ground ourselves and be like, let me put myself together before I respond. Let me put myself together before I react, right? And then say, hey, this is what I need from you. No yelling, no screaming, no cussing, no I hate you, I can't believe y'all motherfuckers, this and that. None of those things. This is what I need from you. So then I'm aware of what I can offer and give. And if I can offer it and I can give it, I will do so. And if I can't, I'm going to say, you know what? I see what I can do. Or I'll try my best. Right? Or I say, you know, I can't give that to you. It's that simple. So, yeah, I just wanted to just have a little convo about that. You know, you can't live up to other people's expectation. You can't, so don't try. Love you again. See y'all later. Hope this helps somebody. Talk to y'all tomorrow, bitches. Okay, sorry. It's a joke. Okay, bye-bye.